Coffee with Tommy Westfeldt, and it's carnival time. You got your tie, I got my shirt and everything. Tommy was Rex of '09, correct? So that's the way to say it, Rex.
Rex.
Now you're not King Rex, you are Rex.
Right.
Or you were Rex. I guess you are Rex, huh?
Well, you're Rex, but I was Rex for 1 year.
You were Rex. Cool.
Yeah.
So, I guess, one of the, for me, and I'm not like, I'm a parade watcher, I've gone, you've given me tickets before to go to the Rex Ball, and I've seen that in person, which is so cool. Thank you for that. Super cool experience to see it live. But, I think a lot of people don't really know a lot about what Rex is. I mean, and Rex is kind of, Rex and Comus, those are kind of like the granddaddy parades. I mean, y'all started Mardi Gras almost, huh?
Well, basically, I think Comus did well before us, but in 1872, we had our...
1872.
Right.
This was a few years back.
Yeah. I wasn't a member, though, but but nevertheless, they started it in 1872. Started a parade for a king who was by the name of Louis Solomon, and somebody wanted to do something for him because he was well renowned in the world. Also, the Grand Duke Alexis from Russia was coming into town, and so it was a double fold thing.
And so they just put a parade on for them, like as a welcoming or whatever to them. And
to New Orleans.
To New Orleans.
Yeah, right.
And so, so the Rex organizations, you have that, how does one, go? How do you become, king? What do you do? I mean, how does that happen? All of a sudden, you're a guy, you're a business guy, and then all of a sudden you're in tights on a float.
Basically, yeah.
That's basically how it goes, huh? I mean,
the only bad part of it is you ride by yourself. Well,
you ride by yourself.
But no, actually.
But it's you're I guess you're recognized as a part of what do you do civically? Is it a civic kind of thing?
Very much civically, and also business. You have to be a well-known business person in New Orleans, but civic is a huge part of the Rex organization, and always has been. Mm-hmm. So, in other words, you have your volunteer background has to be pretty prominent.
Yeah.
So
then you have to be, because the slogan is, what is it, for the public good, or what's the
pro bono publico?
Pro bono.
Which is for the public good.
For the public good.
But it's really free for the public also. You can interpret it in two different ways.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like
the freest.
The party is the party.
Free show on earth.
Yeah.
It's a free show on earth. Yeah.
And of course, there's all the Mardi. It's so interesting to see all the different Mardi Gras crews, because somebody like Crew de Vue is just poking fun at people, and but
right.
Rex is so it's fun, but it's polished,
yeah.
And the floats and with each float has its own throws and its own the planning on that stuff must just go on and on and on and on.
It's incredible, Kevin. It's just absolutely incredible. I mean, as soon as the floats get back to the den on Shrove Tuesday, that day, they're already broken down the next morning, starting to break down the next morning, meaning that they take off all the all the paint, all the flowers, all the
They're scraping it all down Ash Wednesday.
Artifact, everything that comes off, and we start on the next theme. And we also do 3 years out on themes, because we have to be that far.
Y'all are planning floats 3 years from now.
Yes.
Y'all are working on it.
Yeah.
Crazy. So what's it like to be? I mean, how do you find out that you're now King of Carnival? How is that Is that
It's usually a way.
y'all vote? Is it a voting system?
Well, not really. I mean, it is a voting system in a sense. I mean, comes from the officials of the Rex organization that get together, and there might be about 8 of us, and then they decide. There are several names that get thrown out there. If you've been involved with the Rex organization like I have been, like a lot of people have been, there's a good chance that you will be chosen.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got so many years, I guess. Yeah, that it's. pass the baton around. If
And
you
it's,
literally,
and it's all
figuratively.
volunteer. I mean, it's all volunteer work. So, it's not like, I get, 0 benefits from it. But, except for the fact that it's fun. And that's my benefit.
Yeah. Yeah,
I love it.
It's fun to be, and it's fun. You got so you brought some doubloons and some throws
Yeah.
and stuff for us to play around with. So super cool. So for the public, but it's also so you put the show on, obviously the parade and everything, but y'all also do a lot of. I mean, like it's not just the parade though. It's not just. It's like a social organization that y'all do a lot of charity work for people.
Oh yes, yeah. In fact, 2006 we decided to expand our our charity work and our civic duties basically for the city of New Orleans, and we started a Pro Bono Publico Foundation, which is a 501c3, which anybody can give to, and the first year we gave to the police and the Firemen's Association because they needed the money at the time for 2006.
Oh yeah, after Katrina and all that
yes,
stuff.
after Katrina. And then we've evolved into the charter school system. Last year we gave out over $1 million.
So there's more behind the curtain. I was joking about that earlier, but there's more behind the curtain that's going on that's for the public good, I guess you would say.
Yeah, there is. And with all the members, and it's the same way. They support Pro Bono Publico Foundation extensively.
Yeah. So it's all part of that whole thing. It must be so. You ride every year, I guess, or you're like involved in the parade every. It's got to be like just like this time of year must be, especially like now. Like you getting like y'all are like it's crazy. I guess your phones are ringing and like people are going nuts all the time. Huh? Like it is. It's just constantly something happening.
Yeah, like you said, it's a huge amount of organization. There are a lot of moving parts in the whole system, as they are in any organization. And so it needs a lot of structure and a lot of organization, a lot of prepare.
And it's just so funny to see, like, not funny, but it's really like cool to see, like, like you've got a lot of military presence in Rex.
Yes, we do.
And it's polished like that.
Yes. We've always kept a synonymous relationship, a strong relationship with the military, and also with all of them, with all the armed forces, and we want to keep that too. We will, because it's important for them to be part of New Orleans.
And they're in the parade too.
Right.
I mean, they're like, they're in. I mean, they're
That's
like,
exactly right.
And all of your bands and all of the different things that you have in the parade, and like the wagon wheels on the old floats and stuff. Like it's so. Wow, like that's what people like come to New Orleans to see.
Right. We have 16 floats now that still carry the wagon wheels. And then the wagon wheels are, obviously need to be repaired and over a period.
Where do you go? Where do you get the wagon wheels repaired?
That's a good question. I gotta find a good wheel. A good wheel. Because if they don't get a guy that's not good, you're gonna fall off that float.
Yeah. Who do you call? Hey,
wheel's gonna go off.
There's not a whole lot of wagon wheel repair companies around, I'm sure.
You have to bring a guy in from Houston.
Really, that does wagon wheel repairs. That is so. I mean, just like that kind of stuff is so like people just go and they catch the floats and everything, and you're not like thinking like all the behind the scenes stuff that it actually takes to put that kind of polish on. But it's polished and it's great and it's fun and it's a cool thing that everyone likes to come and see.
It is, and I'll tell you one more thing.
Yeah.
Real quick, we've also started, and Stephen Hales, who is our historian, started Rex in the Classroom, and where we go in and we teach the kids the meaning of the mythological floats and what they mean that year. So when the floats come out, the kids will see it, and they'll all of a sudden, associate what that particular float is.
What it is, and what's the story behind it,
right.
and then because that's all part of that's super cool.
I know it is.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
Tommy, thank you so much for coming by, right, man. I appreciate it. Okay, so Shrove Tuesday, Mardi Gras Day, Canal Street. You'll see the parade. You may have heard of it before. They'll be throwing stuff. It'll be great, and I'm sure you'll be there. I'll be there too. So we'll see you Mardi Gras Day. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Thank you.